Everything you thought you knew about this weekend is about to change, and what I'm about to reveal will show you exactly why the models are going absolutely wild right now. If you have been watching storm number 1 fizzle out and wondering when winter would finally deliver on its promise, I have incredible news for you. Storm number 2 has come roaring back to life, and the trends we are seeing at this very moment are nothing short of remarkable. Comment below with your exact location right now, because what's developing over the next 72 hours will affect regions from the Florida Panhandle all the way through New York City in dramatically different ways. We were not talking about a simple snow event that comes and goes. We were looking at a fundamental pattern shift that's setting up wave after wave of winter weather, backed by some of the coldest air the Northern Hemisphere has seen relative to normal on our side of the globe. The atmospheric setup unfolding across the continent at this exact moment is absolutely textbook for high-end winter storm potential. And here's exactly what it means for you. Before we dive deep into the timeline, I need to show you something that will blow your mind. Yesterday's epic GFS model run delivered snowfall totals that meteorologists dream about. We're talking 18 inches in Philadelphia. But that's just the beginning. Over toward Allentown, the model painted 2 to 4 feet of snow from a single historic winter storm event. Southern Illinois through Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Columbus, over to Pittsburgh, all getting hammered with major accumulation. Now, I want to be completely clear with you about something crucial. An operational model run this far out in time is going to nail the exact storm placement down to the mile. But here's what matters, and this is absolutely critical to understand. We don't just look at one model run in isolation. We look at the overall atmospheric pattern, we examine what that pattern supports, and we check for operational agreement across multiple modeling systems. And right now, my friends, we have that agreement in spades as we head toward the end of January and into February. The pattern that's setting up isn't just favorable for winter weather. It's potentially historic. We're talking blocking across the Northern Hemisphere that's going to trap some of the coldest air masses in positions that favor sustained Arctic outbreaks into the United States. This isn't speculation. This is what the atmospheric dynamics are screaming at us right now. Like this video right now, because I am going to walk you through exactly how this weekend storm has evolved, why snowfall amounts keep increasing with each model run, and what the long-range pattern signals for multiple winter storm events in the weeks ahead. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button below and turn on notifications. I do these comprehensive weather breakdowns every single day, and you are going to want immediate updates as these systems develop and track across the country. Let me start by addressing the elephant in the room. Storm number 1 was a complete dud. It fizzled out. The atmosphere has been incredibly chaotic and unconsolidated in terms of its energy distribution over the past several days. But watch what's happening as we head into this weekend. The entire pattern is consolidating, sharpening up, and positioning itself in ways that have winter weather enthusiasts absolutely fired up. Here's the precise evolution you need to understand. We've got this massive piece of energy in the jet stream, and it's creating a remarkably sharp trough signature. Over the last several days, this trough was positioned farther to the east, spawning low-pressure systems well off the coastline that brought us nothing but disappointment. But the trend over the past 48 hours has been absolutely fascinating to watch. That trough has been backing westward and sharpening up dramatically. By Saturday evening into Sunday morning, this atmospheric feature becomes what meteorologists call a neutral to negatively tilted trough. Now, if you are not steeped in meteorology, let me explain exactly why this matters. When a trough turns neutral and then negative, it creates tremendous additional spin in the atmosphere. It can absolutely wring out whatever moisture is available. And if this happens at just the right time, it spawns intense low-pressure development along the coast that draws in massive amounts of moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. The European model has been showing this trend consistently now. Look at how this trough has been coming back to the west and sharpening up over the last several runs. It is developing that cyclonic curvature at the base, that little hook that signals serious business. When you see a sharp trough with cyclonic curvature heading toward the Gulf region, that's a massive red flag for significant winter storm potential. And when I show you the snowfall trends in just a moment, you will understand exactly why this pattern has me so focused on this weekend. The model agreement on this westward trend is remarkable. The European ensemble has been consistent. The GFS operational and its ensembles are all trending west. The UK Met model has actually maintained a bona fide winter storm in the southeast off and on for several consecutive runs. This isn't one rogue model showing something wild. This is cross-model consensus on a developing pattern that favors significant winter weather. Tell me in the comments which aspects of this forecast you'd like me to explore further, because this weekend setup affects so many different regions in unique ways. What does this westward trending trough mean for actual precipitation on the ground? Let me walk you through the evolution precisely. Earlier runs of the European model showed low pressure way out off the coast, producing absolutely nothing for the eastern seaboard. Now look at where the low pressure center has shifted. It's trending back toward the coastline with a much broader area of low-pressure development. We seeing precipitation showing up from the Delmarva Peninsula all the way down into coastal South Carolina. That trend continues to strengthen with each successive model run as we get closer to the event. The GFS model is even more aggressive. By Sunday into Monday, this system develops a robust low-pressure center right off the coast of Cape Hatteras. The precipitation shield is absolutely extensive. We're looking at very cold temperatures locked in place, and as moisture begins to work northward into that Arctic air mass, frozen precipitation breaks out across a massive area extending all the way down into Georgia. Now, some of that Georgia precipitation might show as rain on the model output. The models sometimes struggle with cold air damming and how effectively Arctic air gets trapped along the eastern slopes of the Appalachians. What shows as rain could very well end up as snow or significant ice accumulation. These are the details we'll refine as we get closer, but the overall signal is crystal clear. Significant winter precipitation is coming. Share this forecast with everyone you know in the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic, because the snowfall trend analysis is where this gets absolutely incredible. The European ensemble means snowfall output over the last several model runs shows a consistent upward trend. We're seeing increases from the Florida Panhandle through southern Alabama, across Georgia, up through central South Carolina into North Carolina. We're not seeing the deep blue colors indicating massive totals yet, but this is exactly the trend you want to see if you are hoping for significant winter weather. You have to start with lighter amounts in the model output and progressively build toward heavier amounts as you approach the actual event. This gradual increase in model snowfall totals tells us the atmospheric pattern is organizing and the models are gaining confidence. The sharper trough allows more atmospheric lift. More lift means better moisture response. Better moisture response means higher snowfall totals. It's a beautiful cascade of favorable factors all coming together. The GFS ensemble is showing the exact same trend. Snowfall amounts ticking upward with each run. The consistency across modeling systems gives us tremendous confidence that something significant is developing. We're not seeing enormous totals plastered across the map yet, but the trend is undeniably in the right direction for those of you who love winter weather. But here's where this story gets even more remarkable. This weekend storm is just the opening act. The long-range pattern setting up as we head through late January into February is potentially extraordinary. We're looking at sustained blocking that will keep the eastern United States in a pattern favorable for repeated winter storm events. The stratospheric analysis shows exactly what we need to see for sustained cold. We've got a stretched polar vortex with the coldest anomalies positioned over Canada and extending into the northern United States. Multiple models show similar configurations. This is a powerful signal for very cold air masses to build and periodically press southward and eastward across our region. By January 29th, just over a week from now, the pattern looks absolutely loaded, blocking over the Arctic, a massive ridge extending north of Alaska. This configuration allows for what we call cross-polar flow. Arctic air literally streams out of Siberia, crosses the North Pole, and heads straight toward the United States. This suppresses the storm track southward, and when you combine suppressed storm tracks with abundant Arctic air and active southern stream energy, you create the perfect environment for major winter storms. If we can get some subtropical jet action going as we transition into February, we are going to be absolutely cooking with potential. The temperature anomaly forecast for next Tuesday shows off the scale cold at the 850 millibar level across the eastern United States. We're talking about air masses that will produce temperatures well below zero with wind chills creating dangerously cold conditions across huge swaths of the country. Nashville residents, this pattern could bring you the most significant snow opportunity you've seen in years. Memphis area, your location puts you right in that transition zone where temperature profiles will be absolutely critical in determining whether you see rain, sleet, or significant snow accumulation. Atlanta metropolitan area, especially those northern suburbs where elevation increases, you need to be prepared for potentially significant winter weather impacts this weekend and possibly additional events in the weeks ahead. Birmingham and Huntsville residents, elevation effects are going to be crucial for your area. Higher terrain significantly increases snow potential, and this weekend setup could deliver measurable accumulation to areas that rarely see winter precipitation. Charlotte and Raleigh, this pattern has the potential to bring the most significant winter weather your region has experienced in several years. Subscribe right now because the immediate pattern over the next few days sets the stage for this weekend's potential. And I need to walk you through what's happening across the country today and tomorrow. We've got several weather stories developing simultaneously that all tie into this larger pattern evolution. Right now, winter weather is occurring downwind of Lake Michigan. We're re-looking at 4 to 8 inches of snow, potentially higher in isolated spots headed towards South Bend. Winter weather advisories extend up into northern Pennsylvania and upstate New York, where a system working through will produce 3 to 6 inches of snow along with some wintry mix. But the most dramatic development today involves high winds across the northern plains. We have high wind watches posted for tomorrow as a powerful shortwave dives out of Canada. This is the same upper-level energy that will eventually contribute to this weekend's coastal storm potential. A tight pressure gradient will develop, delivering wind gusts potentially exceeding 70 miles per hour from northern Colorado all the way up through the Dakotas. Rapid City, Pierre, North Platte, all of these locations are going to experience tremendous wind. This isn't just a minor wind event. We're talking about conditions dangerous for high-profile vehicles, potential for sporadic power outages, possible damage to outbuildings, trees, anything not securely anchored. Take extra caution if you're traveling through these areas tomorrow. The precipitation map for today shows rain from Pittsburgh all the way down to Fayetteville, Arkansas through Memphis, Atlanta, and south toward Valdosta. Southern Alabama into Mississippi is seeing heavier rain. Snow is falling around Milwaukee and across northern Michigan. This rain will transition to snow as Arctic air moves in behind the system. The rapid refresh model shows this evolution beautifully. You can see the line of rain showers moving from the Tennessee Valley down through the Deep South and up through the Ohio Valley. On the backside of this system, rain transitions to snow. This will persist through the evening hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. Pittsburgh will see snow wrapping up, but areas towards State College, Syracuse, Watertown, Buffalo, and the northern mountains will receive accumulating snow from this system. 2 to 6 inches are possible in spots where snow banding sets up favorably. The next system rolls in behind this one, bringing additional snow shower activity and lake effect snows as we head toward Friday. By Friday night into Saturday morning, we might see some scattered snow showers across West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. But the real fireworks begin as we get moisture response and lift along the Gulf Coast and into the southeast by Saturday afternoon and evening into Sunday. That is when this weekend storm system begins its development phase, and that is when all the trends I've been showing you either come to fruition or fall apart. Based on everything I am seeing right now, the trend is absolutely in favor of significant winter weather for a large portion of the eastern United States. The wind forecast is particularly impressive tomorrow. Gusts into the 30s and 40s from northern Texas all the way up toward Illinois and Chicago. Meanwhile, the western United States sits calm. Ski resorts out west can make snow, but we are not seeing abundant natural snowfall from this pattern. It's going to be warm out there. The eastern United States gets all the action with this particular setup. Friday afternoon, those northern plains winds absolutely crank. Widespread gusts into the 60s and 70s mile-per-hour range. Dangerous conditions for travel. Be prepared for possible outages and damage. Winds will continue through the weekend across the Ohio Valley before finally beginning to subside. The temperature evolution over the next few days tells a dramatic story. This afternoon, it is still relatively warm across the east, but that Arctic air is already heading in. The front will move through tonight, and the temperature contrast between today and tomorrow will be absolutely stark. Cold air advection is underway in a major way. We'll see a brief warm-up back in the plains before the next Arctic plunge arrives Friday evening into the weekend. Look at the magnitude of the cold air mass settling in by Saturday. Temperature anomalies of this magnitude at this time of year mean very cold actual temperatures. We're going to see readings below zero with wind chills well below zero across widespread areas. Then another plunge sets up for Monday and Tuesday to start your work week. Canada continues to load with cold air. This is what a loaded pattern looks like, and all the signals are converging to keep us on our toes as we navigate late January and early February. Richmond and Norfolk residents, you repositioned in a critical zone where slight temperature variations will dramatically affect what type of winter weather you receive this weekend. Monitor the trends closely over the next 48 hours. Jacksonville and Miami 1TC direct winter weather impacts, but this cold air will definitely reach Florida with significant temperature effects. Now, I want to address something personal before we wrap up this comprehensive analysis. If you are new to this channel, I pray for everyone watching these videos every single day. If there is anything specific that our community here can lift up in prayer, please put it in the comments section. Continue to pray for me and my family as we navigate some health issues and other big decisions. All the support you're willing to give, I will absolutely take with gratitude. The bottom line is this: storm number 1 was a disappointment, but storm number 2 is trending in a remarkably favorable direction for significant winter weather this weekend across the southeast and mid-Atlantic. Beyond this immediate event, the long-range pattern is setting up for sustained cold and potentially multiple significant winter storm opportunities as we progress through late January and into February. The models showed you that epic run with feet of snow. While we can guarantee that exact scenario will play out, the atmospheric pattern absolutely supports major winter storm potential. Areas that haven't seen significant snow in years could be looking at their biggest events in memory if everything comes together as the current trends suggest. This represents a fundamental shift from the quiet, disappointing pattern we've experienced recently into something much more dynamic and winter-like. Multiple rounds of Arctic air, active storm track, blocking pattern forcing systems into favorable positions. All the ingredients are there. For those of you in the direct path of this weekend system, Friday will be your final preparation day. Make sure you have everything you need before Saturday arrives. For those watching the long-range pattern, understand that this is potentially just the beginning of a sustained active period. Hit that notification bell so you receive immediate updates as this weekend storm develops and as we track subsequent systems in the pattern. Follow me on X for real-time updates if anything material develops this afternoon or evening. I'll continue to refine the details as we get closer to the event. The trend is clear, the pattern is loaded, winter is finally ready to make its statement across the eastern United States. Whether you are experiencing the direct impacts of significant snowfall or feeling the effects of sustained Arctic cold, this pattern will affect you in meaningful ways. I want to thank everyone for the incredible support and growth of this channel. It means the world to me that we can build this community around shared weather passion and mutual support. I look forward to bringing you another detailed update tomorrow as we get even closer to this weekend's developing storm. Stay warm, stay safe, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay tuned for the latest updates as these absolutely fascinating developments continue to unfold. The atmosphere is setting up to deliver exactly what winter weather enthusiasts have been waiting for. Your patience is about to be rewarded. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with the latest trends and developments. This is going to be an incredible weekend to watch, and I can